We know this is the best country in the world if you work hard. That's what America's about. This is the place where you can reach for something better if you work hard. This is the country our parents and our grandparents and waves of immigrants before them built for us. And it falls on each new generation to keep it that way.
Hi, my name is Pennino.
I'm Rohan, Kaushal. And I'm Cameron Jones.
We're discussing the views and misconceptions that go along with immigration in this country and the process that immigrants undergo to gain citizenship.
We're hoping to show both sides of this topic. We're the qualifier on the subject of immigration. As immigration has become more of an issue in this nation, we have seen the steady decline of acceptance of immigrants to this country. Recent events have made everyday Americans unsure of freely letting immigrants in, even through the legal process. Due to events such as 9/11, many Americans fear that immigrants coming into our country will bring harm. Illegal immigrants also have a negative connotation by coming into our country and taking jobs from underprivileged Americans. It is known that our country was built on a strong backing of illegal immigration. The irrational fear of immigration could be hurting our country when it could be helping us.
Border in mileage than the southern border. And so while the Border Patrol has been sort of refashioned as a counterterrorism agency over the post 9/11 period, on a day-to-day basis, its primary job, its primary responsibility is really enforcing illegal migration across the southern border.
Hi, Mr. Fairchilds. Nice having you here today. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, Cameron. It's great to be here with you today. I'm the librarian here at Hidden Valley High School, and I know that you're going to ask me a question about how long I've been a voter. This is 26 years for me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, let's start off with the first question. Do you believe that the current laws on immigration are too strict, too lenient, or just right?
Cameron, I think as far as the laws on legal immigration are, that they're okay. I think the problem is how the borders are being enforced in regard to illegal immigration, as well as then how we handle refugees.
Right.
Yes.
The next question is, do you feel that 9/11 and recent terrorist attacks have impacted public opinion on immigrants?
I think most certainly the recent attacks here that occurred in a very general area, right? It wasn't like downtown Manhattan that was a target. It was just a group of people. I think those San Bernardino attacks have really changed how people view immigration.
Right.
Yes.
And then our last question is, how important is a candidate's stance on immigration affecting your vote?
I would say that if it is part of their stance on national defense and security, then it's very important. If it's the only stance that they have as part of their platform, then I would say that it by itself is not important. I have to see it as part of a whole.
All right. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Even though several Americans only see immigration as a negative thing and as people coming into our country illegally, it should be known that even though some immigrants abuse our borders, many of our immigrants come into our country through our country's legal process.
The process of immigration is a lengthy and unfortunately vexing process. Once an immigrant begins the process of immigration, it is both long and complex. The process can take up to 8 to 10 years and cost them money and, more importantly, their time. I'm not trying to justify the fact that these illegal immigrants are coming in without legal presence. I'm just saying that it is understandable that some of these people feel the need to come in without legality. There's also some misconceptions that accompany illegal immigration. For one, many believe that people come into the United States and steal American jobs while never paying taxes. But, in reality, 68% of illegal immigrants come in and keep their jobs until they become tax-paying Americans. Also, In the United States, two trends, better education and aging population, have resulted in a decrease in the number of Americans willing to take a low-paying job. Specifically, the U.S. Bureau of Labor says that immigrants make up approximately 17% of the country's labor force. These jobs are in the service industry and have less benefits, less pay, and less respect. The last misconception is that these illegal immigrants bring crime with them. In reality, the number of undocumented immigrants has tripled over the past decade, and the crime rate, both tangible and intangible, has decreased by approximately 45%. The simple point that I'm getting at is that the American population has distorted some facts about illegal immigration and has given a bad name to other immigrants.
It's important that people know the facts about immigration. The process that these people go through is extensive and made to better our country. There are several variables that goes into gaining citizenship, making the process last anywhere up to 10 years. Passing tests, years of waiting, and showing your allegiance to this country are just a few of them. The United States does not have the worst regulations on immigration per se, but we do have a pretty bad process. The legality of the immigration process is perfectly sound, but the strict regulations create a discomforting environment. Now here are the facts. The full process, on average, takes approximately 5 to 8 years. This may not seem like much simply to join the greatest country ever, but when you need to feed your family, it's a lot. There is also a limit of 675,000 immigrants allowed into the United States per year. This is different from in the 1900s when 20% of the American population was foreigners. Now only 12% are from foreign areas. Contrary to popular belief, the number of undocumented immigrants coming into our country has actually dropped. The process for legal immigration has become strict. While this allows us to keep many illegal immigrants at bay, it also tends to hurt the people that benefit this country.
When I took office, I committed to fixing this broken immigration system. And I began by doing what I could to secure our borders. Today, we have more agents and technology deployed to secure our southern border than at any time in our history. And over the past 6 years, illegal border crossings have been cut by more than half.
Thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Mary Catherine Pennino.
I'm Rohan Kaushal.
And I'm Cameron Jones. And that's all, folks.